Hello, hello,
Hello.
welcome everybody. Welcome. This is
This is
the Jumpin' Juice 10,000. We are the host of the Jumpin' Juice 10,000, but we're also the owners of Double Dutch Aerobics.
Yes, we are.
My name is Sean Clark, and who might you be?
I am his wife, Michelle Clark.
And so we're the owners of Double Dutch Aerobics.
Yes.
But like I said, we host the Jumpin' Juice 10,000, and every day for the 10 days, we go live with someone who's found some healing in juicing or water fasting, or diet food,
raw food, vegan food,
all that. That's what we do.
Yeah.
So for the 10 days, you check in and get your information because you need this information.
Yes.
We're trying to heal the entire world. That's the goal. The Jumpin' Juice 10,000 is a 10-day juice cleanse where we juice. Oh man, hold on. I'm sorry, Instagram. Let me put y'all on.
You didn't.
It's supposed to be on. Sorry, Instagram. All right, here we go. I digress. Okay. So, hey, Instagram, come on in here. Come on in. Like I was saying, we are Michelle.
Yeah.
Owners of Double Dutch Aerobics and the host of the Jumpin' Juice 10,000. The Jumpin' Juice 10,000 is a 10-day juice cleanse with 10,000 people juicing at the same darn time. All around the world. And the ultimate goal, and it's going to happen this year, is to get to 1 million people juicing at the same time. Y'all heard me.
Yes.
1 million people will be juicing at the same time.
In a good way.
Yep. So if you haven't subscribed yet, it's very simple. All you got to do is log on to doubledutchaerobics.com and sign up. As soon as you go on our website, you know what happens. That prompt comes up. You type in your name. You type in your number. You type in your email address.
And then you are down for real.
No, but you got to hit send. Submit. You got to hit submit. Because if you don't submit, it's going to quit.
And Sean didn't mention, because we just got on Instagram, that we're also the owners of Double Dutch Aerobics, which is the first ever workout class based in Double Dutch, where we teach aerobics moves in the Double Dutch rope. Class is always led by
an instructor, and there's absolutely
we are instructors.
Yeah, we are the instructors.
Or certified instructors.
And there's absolutely no experience necessary to take a Double Dutch Aerobics class. And do you know why?
Because we teach
anybody
how to jump Double Dutch in less than 1 minute guaranteed. That's not maybe, that's not if, that's not coordinate. That's everything. Everybody in less than 1 minute guaranteed.
And if you haven't come to class yet and you're still thinking about it, you can still order some ropes online. We produce our own Double Dutch ropes. They are used everywhere in the world. They're used in all of the Double Dutch leagues, schools, just everybody has it. We're on Amazon.com, of course, but you could get them at doubledutchaerobics.com. Yes, 13 and a half inch or 13 and a half feet.
Yes.
And 16 feet. Those are the two sizes that we have in our they're called the what, babe?
The perfect Double Dutch ropes. And guys, if you're in Atlanta, of course, come see us this week.
That's right.
doubledutchaerobics.com.
We're here. So with that said, let's get on into the show.
Let's get into it.
Listen, I saw this young lady on our friend, Jillian Berry.
Mm-hmm.
We were on her show as well.
Yes, we were.
I saw her testimony and I was just like, you know what? Did you know that you could drink water for a few days and be all right? A lot of us do not know that.
No.
So we brought Tiffany on to share her journey, her story on what she did. Let's give it up.
Welcome, Tiffany.
Hey.
I feel like I'm sitting in your hall.
Hey guys.
What's going on?
What's going on?
How's everything? How you doing?
Everything's great. I'm doing great. I'm happy to be on here with you guys.
Yeah, we're happy to have you.
I'm happy that you joined us because I know you're busy doing shows. I know you going around the world. Wait, where's my other arm? I'm playing the bass. I know you're around the world.
Yes. Yeah.
So our first question always is, what was your diet like growing up? How did you grow up eating? What was food like? What was the relationship? What was your food life like?
My food life, it was, in my viewpoint, it was healthy. as I learned, later on, it wasn't the healthiest, but it was not a lot of fast food or anything. My mom raised me on, vegetables. I did have meat and stuff. I've never been a heavy meat eater though, so I don't buy meat. I would sometimes beforehand just eat meat when I'm out, like maybe chicken or something out. But I gotta have meat or anything. So that wasn't a big part of my diet, but I love breakfast food. So that was always, a big part. But yeah, not a lot of like I said, process stuff. But I learned, especially, seeing Jillian and some others, I'm like, oh, okay, but some stuff was still processed. I didn't know, so yeah. So a lot of like not a lot of I got into salads more like in adulthood. Pasta. I love pasta because I was an athlete, so I ate a lot of rice and carbs and fuel. A lot of that stuff.
And was dairy a part of your childhood?
It was, but it wasn't. Like I wasn't heavily into milk. I really never liked milk, like regular milk. So I used to drink. Do you guys remember Nestle Strawberry Quick?
Yes.
What? You said the avocado was so big, you ain't have a choice.
Yeah, I used to know that. I think I forgot all about that stuff, but I did drink that. I was never like into a lot of milk. I did do cheese, not a whole lot, but I got into more cheese later on. So yeah, growing up it was mostly carbs, vegetables. Not a lot of fruit, but now I'm into fruit. So. Yeah, but it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't the greatest, so yeah, that's how my.
Just real quick, I'm just curious, what was your go-to breakfast? Everybody has one.
Yeah, I used to do instant oatmeal, apple cinnamon Quakers instant oatmeal, 2 packets.
See?
That was my go-to. And a long time ago, they also same brand had oatmeal swirlers, it was called. I was in high school or something like that.
Oatmeal swirlers, yeah.
So you had the little sugar packet, basically is what it is. You poured it into the that was my.
I remember.
Yeah.
You said you didn't, as a kid, you didn't really like meat. Right. And I was thinking, me too. Like as a kid, I hear a lot of feedback. Let me see. I think that might be us.
Is it mine?
Myself talking.
Make sure I don't have anything.
Is your volume up on something? Other than this.
Yeah, I have my volume up all the way on my phone.
Okay. I mean, I guess it should be fine, but it's okay. It's just that I hear myself. No, I was gonna say that I didn't like meat as a kid either. I got to, I started enjoying it as, that was the only thing that we had. You didn't have a choice. If you didn't eat meat, well, you weren't going to eat. So I remember specifically not liking beef, and I just kept eating it, and then eventually I was just like, okay, I guess it's good.
Yeah.
So it doesn't sound crazy that you didn't like meat as a kid, because I mean, I don't think kids usually like.
No, we were told that kids don't.
I did like it. I just wasn't like I gotta have it, Like I liked hamburgers. Though I think the strangest part of me growing up was I didn't like buns, like hamburger buns, hot dog buns. Like I would eat a hot dog without the bun. That was the strange, and that's to this day. That hasn't changed. So,
no. So so basically, you've never had a hot dog before.
Never had a real hot dog. I never had a real sandwich. That's the strangest thing.
Wait a minute, like a sandwich, like a ham and cheese, like a.
I mean, I've had the ham and the cheese, but I've never had like the bun with the whole shebang. So when the whole era came out with the whole lettuce wraps and stuff, that was right up my alley because I didn't like buns anyway.
That's interesting. I don't know.
Like heroes. That was a part of childhood.
Yeah, you got.
We went to Farmer and a Deli before the school trip, and then it was a part. You know what I'm saying?
Before you went to school.
Like it meant Hero Day.
Right. Yeah, I was a strange eater, a strange kid.
So let's get right into it, right?
Yeah.
So you did a 21-day water fast?
I did a 21-day water fast.
Now, my wife did the same thing.
I did a 17. Well, my goal was 21 days.
21, yeah.
And I did a 17-day water fast, but my purpose was to heal fibroids.
Gotcha.
So I actually did heal fibroids naturally during the water fast.
Wow.
I had a fibroid fall out in the toilet.
I remember you saying that on Jillian's show. Yes.
Fell out in the toilet. Took pictures and everything. It's in the ebook too.
That thing fell out.
Fell out. I screamed because I was like, what in the,
Yeah.
And then my husband came, saw it in the toilet, and I'm a little disgusted by stuff like that. And so he picked it out and we took a picture.
I almost dove in. I almost dove in head first. I was like, we got kids? Oh my goodness, where's that? Where is it? Right.
No, I was so excited to hear your story because you don't see a lot of women that actually did water fast. In fact, when I did it, it was only one woman on the internet who said that she did it specifically to heal fibroids. And so that's why I did it.
And that was what, 8 years ago,
that
right?
was 8 years ago.
Wow.
That's why I did it. And so I didn't have a retreat. I didn't have a, a kickback, live life. I didn't have that lifestyle. Right. And so I did it every day. And part of the reason I stopped on day 17 is because I had healing on day 8. And we were teaching and I almost fainted. My husband was like, Michelle, you did it. You can stop.
Enough is enough.
Enough is enough.
She was like 98 pounds at the time.
Yeah, in the fast for sure.
I wasn't 98 pounds. But so what was your
story?
What was your story in water fasting?
So so I've done water fast in the past, but never that long, nothing close to that long. So I would do like a week or a 4-day, 5-day leading up to like a photo shoot or one of my friends would say, I'm going to do a week water fast. And I would say, oh yeah, I'm going to do it with you just to do it, like just to try it. And I struggled each time. And but then I would say since the pandemic started, I started researching a lot of stuff about water fasting and, of course, raw food eatings. I never really heard that term like over and over again until the pandemic started and I started diving into research. So I said, wow, there's a lot of benefits about, with water fasting. And I said I would try it one day, but I wasn't planning to anytime soon. I was like, I'll just keep listening to other people's stories and testimonials and everything. So I kept listening. And finally I was like, seeing all the benefits of it. And I said, when you hit 40, you should probably do something like that because you just never know what's going on inside of you. Like, why not do a nice reset? I figured I'll be proactive and reset my body before something shows up, and then I gotta put fires out.
I love this. So this is for preventative method.
You're a very rare case, just to let you know.
So nothing was. This is amazing. I love this. Okay. All right.
It was strictly preventative, and so I heard of Lauren Lockman, AHA, a healthy alternative. That's where I really learned a lot about it. Jillian, she didn't talk about water fasting, but the raw food eating, lifestyle. And I figured, okay, I want to get into raw foods. I didn't know if I wanted to get into more fruit or raw foods or both or what I want to do, but I just wanted to do a nice change of pace with my nutrition. So I said, well, the best way to do it is to get like a clean slate start. I knew enough to know I can't just switch over to raw food or switch over to like more fruits and things like that if I'm used to running to Starbucks every day. And
right.
You gotta clear all that stuff out. So that's what made me want to do it. And I learned a lot. I learned a whole lot. Even for preparing for a water fast, I didn't realize you should prepare for one. So yeah, I learned all about that. And so when I did the 21-day, that was easier than like the 4 days and the 7-day ones I did.
That's interesting to hear.
Yeah, it was crazy.
We say the same thing. We say the same thing for juicing. It's easier to do 10 days than it is, 3 days.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because those first 3 days are always the toughest.
Yeah.
And then I just love how you just took the initiative to do a 21-day water fast when there was absolutely nothing wrong with you, because normally that's not a big enough why for people to do 21-day water.
Yeah.
Nobody just goes, you know what? I'm gonna do a 21-day water cleanse.
But that's why the why has to be for you.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So your why is staying on top of the game so that you don't ever get sick.
Yes.
Exactly.
For me, that's so admirable because your threshold is not when I get sick.
That's right.
Your threshold is I know that it's healthier, so why don't I do the healthier thing?
That's exactly my reason. Exactly. And I did a lot of juicing. Actually, just today's the last day for me for a 7-day juice cleanse. That was something I was already accustomed to, but I never did a water like a long water fast. I said,
what are some of the things you learned about yourself during the water fast?
First of all, I was shocked that like after that first week, I was like, wow, it's been over a week and I'm still walking around and holding conversations with people.
Right.
Driving my car, like, and I'm like, and I haven't eaten in like days. So I didn't realize that your body kicks into a different gear when you're water fasting. That I learned. I learned that it's true what they say. It takes 21 days to form or break a habit. That I learned. I learned so much. I learned that I mean, I always had a lot of discipline, especially as a musician, but I have reached a new level of discipline. I learned I had more discipline than I thought, because during that 21 days, I wasn't home really like I thought I would be. But as my schedule picked up, more dates came in, I performed 22 times in that time span. That I did it in March of 2024. I thought I was going to be performing like 4 times, 5 times. That schedule kept picking up 22 times. So
that's a lot.
On stages, playing bass, not tired, nothing. And if anything, like I did have a couple tired days here and there throughout the 21 days, but if anything, my energy picked up when I got on stage. I was scared that it would be the opposite, but it was. No, I was fine. So I learned a lot about just like kind of how the human body works. You really kick into a different gear.
That's right.
In that time, on a water fast like that.
Now, you said you prepared, and I must admit, I'm not a preparer in terms of fasting. My preparing is acting crazy before the fast. So even, when we first went vegan, we went to the Waffle House the day before. Like, to get out all of the, and mind you, I don't know if I'm married. We're
the same person.
We are husband and wife. And so I don't know if we're just connected or something. I think so. But was like, let's go. And as a fool, before we
let's order everything in here. Just order everything in it. It's gonna come up to $5.50. The Waffle.
Right, the Waffle.
And so, but I like what you're saying only because clearly that is the better way to do it. Like,
yes.
Clearly, obviously, preparing for it is the better way to do it because before the water fast, I probably had a not so good meal. Still vegan before the water fast. But it's still, and I was trying to heal myself, so I wasn't acting crazy.
Okay. Right.
But I think your suffering might have also been less because you went into it more properly. You know what I'm saying?
That was a big thing I learned. Yeah, that was.
And what did you learn?
Well, that was okay. So I learned why I did a 7-day and a 4-day. I learned why it was so hard and why it was so much harder than the 21-day. It's all about preparation. I didn't know that beforehand. So I was, like I said, doing all the research and I was following the channel. They're on YouTube mostly, but they're also on Instagram, A Healthy Alternative. 2 brothers that run the show. And they teach how to prepare properly for a water fast. Right. So you actually do a 7-day prep. And it's like a guide. They give you a guide. And it's basically weaning you down into like almost just liquids. The opposite of what I did, like you in the past preparing, I would go eat everything I could,
Come on.
To eat, something I knew I was gonna miss.
Right.
Yeah. So I learned like, okay, so you have to prep your body like, to go into something like that. And their protocol was 7 days. I didn't really know what to expect, even though I watched all these testimonials and stuff, but I was like, okay, but it's my first time. So I don't know what to expect. So I did it 14 days instead of 7 days.
Right.
So be prepared.
Like latter half of February to just go through the prep twice. And then I just smooth sailed right on into the water fast. So that's how that.
You're very special.
That's very.
Because you are.
Wait a minute. You are an athlete, right? What did you track and field?
Track and mostly basketball. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because that discipline is just.
It's
like next level. It's like. You said 7 days. I'm gonna give you 14. Just make sure.
Right.
We would do the exact.
No, I feel
14 hours. We would do 14 hours, not 14 days.
I feel you guys. I'm the same. I was the same way. Like I was thinking along the same lines. Like, but yeah.
So
that is beautiful.
How much weight did you lose on the water cleanse?
And
okay, no, you.
ask your question.
No, that was it. That was it. Because I know that's what people want to know. Yeah.
Yeah, I lost 25 pounds.
Ooh, in 30 days.
25 pounds, and I
21 days. Sorry, 21 days. My bad.
Yeah, 21 days, 25 pounds. Yeah. So my starting weight was higher than what I was used to. I was at like 155, and I went down to 130. And here's the kicker. This is where the biggest lesson was. I kept the weight off. Like that never in my life had ever happened before. So because like I said, I did juice cleanses. I did 7 days. And I would always slowly put the weight back on. And the more I studied, like Jillian, Shane Sterling, they all preach about raw foods and how it affects your body differently. And I'm like, maybe that's why I would slowly put the weight back on, just eating cooked healthy foods, like what I thought was healthy. So what I did was after the fast, I stuck to primarily fruits and salads and smoothies and raw, maize. And I would still have a cooked meal here and there, but mostly raw and never I went and got a physical in June, and my yearly physical didn't put the weight back on. My protein levels went up than what they were prior to. And
we gotta freeze that one.
Stay right there.
That's a highlighter. I need the pink highlighter. Now, what did you say? Did you add meat to your diet?
I did not add meat at all. Nope.
And your protein numbers went.
And here's the other kicker. Beforehand, I was eating a lot of eggs because I love eggs. So I would do omelets, and I'm like, I have a personal trainer. So
y'all was the same person.
I'm not as disciplined, but okay.
Yeah, I would do a lot of eggs. I mean, like a lot.
Personal trainer.
Yeah, I have a personal trainer. So him put me through training sessions. I had to eat a lot of. Well, I thought I had to eat a lot of protein, but I thought I needed a lot of animal protein. So after every training, omelets. So obviously in the water fast, you're cutting everything out. But after the water fast with the raw foods, I'm not doing all those omelets. And then my protein levels went up. And I'm like, it's true what they say. Plant-based foods are a higher source of protein. It's a more pure source.
My God, that's a bar. That's a line right there. I love that.
What were you consuming that got those protein levels there? Were you eating nuts and seeds that was like, what were the proteins? What were the raw foods that you were eating?
Lettuce, fruit. I did a lot of watermelon. As my prep as well into the water fast and then after. So like they call it a refeed period. So I did a lot of watermelon. But I think the highest source was the lettuce. A lot of lettuce. Like,
romaine lettuce?
Look, we trying to be specific. What lettuce?
Not iceberg. Was it iceberg?
I love some iceberg. Don't hate on the iceberg.
Romaine lettuce.
Romaine.
Yeah. I'm kind of a plain eater, so I didn't do like a lot of mixed salads or anything, but no dressing, just, red onions, peppers, things like that. Yeah, real strict. But yeah, for my protein, and I'm like drastically cutting eggs, so I'm like, wow, my protein levels went up, which told me my absorption rate, as they say, probably went up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I learned a lot. But yeah, that 21, and I would say the hardest part for me was the first week. And I think the first week was hardest. I wasn't hungry at all. I just kept looking in the mirror, like, I don't see any changes. I don't see, And then finally I just let it go. Like, okay, let me just let my body do what it's going to do. And then, and yeah, after that first week, it was like okay, whatever, And I was around food. Like I said, I was performing, but in concerts and things like that, they have food, pizza, all kinds of stuff. Get some. Like, no, okay, thank you. No.
There's no water. What kind of water did you use?
I did spring water. I know they say you should do. Well, I know. I heard some say you should
like
do.
Deer Park?
Yeah, literally Deer Park. That's yeah.
Are y'all related?
I never related.
We're cousins, right?
Literally, yeah. I did because I heard that you should do distilled water, but I wasn't really acclimated to that. So I said, let me just stick to what I know. So I did.
And did you add anything? Salt? Some people add salt, lemon.
I didn't do salt. I did drop lemons in. I didn't like squeeze lemon in, but I would just drop a slice in every now and again. Not all of my water, just sometimes. But
and you didn't take any vitamins while you were doing it?
No vitamins. No, I didn't do any vitamins. No.
So my question that I had before was, so did anything, sometime when people fast, they go through something emotionally or spiritually, or stuff starts to heal that they don't even know was problematic? You know what I'm saying? Like, did anything happen to you physically or spiritually that you weren't expecting that happened through that fasting process?
I would say maybe spiritually, which I wasn't shocked about, because I knew, like, to me, prior to the fast, to me, true fasting was just dry fasting, because I grew up in church. And like when they would say, okay, everybody's going to fast, you're just going to fast. Like, you're just going to not eat, not drink. But I was always taught, like, if you fast, you're kind of like denying your own flesh. So, like, you would feel stronger spiritually. So I did feel stronger spiritually. I mean, I did notice that my dreams were very vivid. Like,
yes, 100%. That just happened to me today.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. It was almost like, was I asleep? Like, right. Very direct. A lot of things that I was praying for prior to would just like happen just like that. So that, I was like, wow, I need to do this more often.
All right.
I did notice too, and I saw people on Facebook talk about this. After the fast, you can go through something where you kind of like, it's not depression, but you miss being on the high. Yes, I did miss that. I felt like that, like, I missed that high, because you're kind of on a high, you're not on a high anything. You're just,
yes.
Yeah.
That's what happened when we did the last juice cleanse. We did the 10 days. And people were asking, like, what are they gonna do after they get off? Because they're scared because of the way they felt.
Yeah.
They didn't want to get off. So they were almost preparing themselves, like, oh my God, what am I gonna do when I get off?
Right.
And some of them went longer than 10 days.
Wow.
Until they figured out, like, what am I gonna do after the 10 days? Because they want to keep that high. That's what we try to tell everybody. Yeah. You feel amazing.
You do.
You really do.
Like, unstoppable. And like I said, I was shocked that I was, by week 2 and 3, I'm like, I am still living.
We were told, my grandmother used to have a saying, right? If we didn't want something that she ate, she would be like, well, it takes 7 days to starve. I always think about that, because I'd be like, no, you won't starve, you'll heal. Like, it's like my new thing is like that, and that was in my brain. So it's like, if I would have met somebody like you, I would have been like, my grandma said it takes 7 days to starve. Okay. And it's like, we've done 60 days. I've done a 17-day water fast. But even that being put in,
and only good things
in my head is just like, no, because a lot of people just won't believe it before they try it. They'll just be like, she lying, or he lying. You know what I'm saying? They won't believe it because of what we've been conditioned. And it's just like, not only is it believable, but it's necessary.
Right.
It's necessary. But I didn't tell a lot of people beforehand, because I knew people would worry. They would think I was, like, what's going on, and just be worried. So I said, certain people I'm going to tell them after.
That's right.
So I did that, and I'm glad I did it that way. So.
Oh no, you have to, because the same thing.
She did the exact same thing.
Thought it was Looney Tune, and then I stopped. You just stop.
Michelle, what were people saying when you were like, you're doing a water cleanse? What they say to you?
Michelle crazy. I've always been okay with being an oddball out,
Right.
but Michelle crazy. The only person I needed myself, of course.
Yeah.
The support of my husband just made it that much more like, we doing this. And he had my back.
I was like
wow.
This is gonna work.
He had no
What's
doubts.
happening?
He had a confidence in me that helped me to feel stronger about myself as well.
Wow.
So it was nice.
And you healed yourself. That's so beautiful. Like you had the support and you healed yourself. That's amazing.
And now I share my story. And that's what we always tell people, to share your story, because people don't know. Like your story is so important because there's someone who might need to fast for healing. And they're like, no, but I could die.
Right.
No, you can die if you don't. Fasting is healing.
It is.
Exactly.
And people don't know. Like genuinely, we don't know. Or we know the opposite. We think that not eating will actually harm us.
That's right.
Yeah, a lot of people think. And like you said, we don't know. Like that was my thing. I'm like, I can't see inside my body. I can think I'm healthy. I can think this. I can think that. And you see, but if you see that you're fit, you're good. But you don't know. You really don't know. So I'm like, I'd rather be proactive and just eradicate what I don't know.
That's right.
That is
Yeah.
So you say you've done some juice cleanses.
Yeah.
What juicer do you use?
Oh, so I'm a new Nama user.
Come on! I just wanted to throw that up there. NamaWorld.com. I know you got the J2.
I got the C2 actually, only because I love smoothies. So I figured I already had blenders, but I'm like, why not get the, so yeah.
Come on, listen, we got the C2 too. Let me explain something to y'all. The Nama J2, we got them both. The Nama J2 is the best juicer on the market, hands down.
Yeah.
Michelle,
and the C2 comes with the juicer, guys. So it's the juicer and the blender.
So I'm gonna tell you, yeah, that's just like Michelle said. So you got the Nama J2, which is just the juicer.
Yes.
Then you have the Nama C2, which is the juicer and the blender.
Yes.
Blender.
Best juicer on the planet, guys. We've been juicing for 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
We've gone through the Breville.
Yes.
We got I know.
And it broke on us.
Did y'all see Tiffany's face when I said it? Come on, y'all know.
Yes.
Michelle has the Omega that's sitting up in the closet.
A lot of static.
It's a lot of static. Sorry, y'all. It's a lot of. Y'all can hear the feedback. Why
No.
feedback?
Oh.
Every day.
We do. Hold on 1 second. Let me just see something here.
We do this
Every day.
every day.
Something is on.
Feedback today.
Wow.
Something's going wrong.
But is it me too? We don't want y'all to hear feedback.
Yeah.
Hey.
Can y'all hear feedback now?
From me? Yeah.
Yeah.
You want me to try to mute my mic and see if it's on my end? I don't think it is, but
You sound clear.
Wait, hold on. Let me see something.
It feels like when we talk.
1 2 1 2. Yeah.
But yeah, it's your mic.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Let me see. Let me move my iPad out the way. Maybe that could. You just never.
Oh, is the volume up on your iPad?
No, it's not. But you just never know. Like I
Yeah.
don't know. Let me try this.
It is.
Just over here.
The warranty is wonderful, y'all. The warranty is wonderful.
Sorry, give us like 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
We
Also,
about-
at this time, you can write your questions. So I have them down. If you have any questions at this time.
I don't know why.
Is
This is very interesting.
That is weird.
Oh, hold on. Let me see something real quick. Sorry, y'all. 30 seconds. Boo, boo, bow.
No, it's like when we muted it, it didn't happen.
All right, so all right, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna mute and talk and then go. So I'm a mute you when I talk and then mute you when you talk.
You're so smart.
You gotta work this out.
You're so smart. With your wife.
So I was talking about the Nama J2, right? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
If you can hear me, type
That's a
1.
good question.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about that. Yeah. All right. So look, what was I saying? Okay, Nama J2, the best juicer on the planet. you could go to Namawell.com.
Yes.
Use that discount code Sean Michelle 10. That's SEAN, the right way. Michelle with 2 L's and the number 10.
Yeah.
And you can get a 10% discount on actually everything on the site. So order your juicer, order your accessories, get all of that together, and then type in Sean Michelle 10 and get that discount off. If you use the discount code for the Nama J2, that's $55 off. If you use it for the C2, I think that's like $81, $80 off, something like that.
And we have some questions for you. And these are good questions.
All right. So
a question, right before I'm going to ask you, then we're going to send you on. The question is, how were your bowels during the water fast? Did they move regularly?
That's a great question. So I had no bowel movements during the water fast. I think my last one was on like day 2 or 3. And that was it. I think it may be because I did that long prep of like watermelon and juices and watermelon. So I really wasn't taking in solid foods even 2 weeks prior to. So I think that was part of the reason why I didn't have. But here's the funny thing. It still took a while after the water fast to have a bowel movement.
Really?
So, yeah, because I went through the refeed process. They have a protocol for that too. And you're supposed to start off all fruit the first day, fruit the next day, and you really don't ease into solid foods until like day 4, day 5. Yeah, so it took a while. It was kind of like, oh, is that okay? But yeah, I was fine, nothing was wrong. I didn't feel off or anything. So yeah, it took a minute.
Great. Do you currently eat chickpeas, nuts, seeds, or beans? Also, what's a good vegan protein powder for shake?
Okay, and I meant to touch on that earlier too. I don't eat nuts because I've always had an allergy to nuts. So I do not eat any nuts. No seeds. I might put flax seeds in my smoothie, but that's about it. Vegan protein powder. I haven't found one yet. I haven't dug into that yet. So when I make my smoothies now, I just make it with fruit, strawberries, bananas, a lot of ginger. That's another thing. I've been heavily into ginger these days, ever since the water fast ended. But yeah, I haven't done any, vegan protein powders yet. So
I had a question. So when I had fibroids, my menstrual cycle was gangster. It used to knock me out. So I would throw up. Yeah, I would throw up every month. And after healing and changing paths, let's be clear, because Always is not good either.
Always the brand.
When I healed, actually, I still was using Always, and then I did a test, and Honey Pot actually made my menstrual cycle even shorter. So now my period is what?
Is it Honey Pot or Honey Pad?
Honey Pot.
Honey
Pot pads, yeah. So now my period is 3 days. It's really one day. It's like the first day begins and the third day. By the 4th day, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Smooth and clear. And when I fast, it's light as a feather.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm saying that to say, was your menstrual cycle affected before and after fasting? Because I want people to know that healthy periods, what they look like.
Yeah.
So that's my question.
Yes. Okay. So prior to the fast, my menstrual cycle, well, let's backtrack. High school, college, my menstrual cycle was like a week long at first. And I got the heavy cramps and, I didn't quite, have them as bad as you did, but they were bad enough where I was taking painkillers and all kind of stuff. Then let's fast forward all the way to now, like I said in the beginning of the pandemic, when I started researching more, I learned the cleaner I ate, the less the cramps were. So the cramps eased up. I might not even, I keep track of my calendar and everything, but I might not have even physically known it was coming up, and then it got shorter. It got down to like 3 days. And I was like, wow, this is cool, So then when I did the water fast, it went away. I have it now, but it went away for like, I would say 2 cycles.
Wow.
It totally, and I was like, okay. But yeah, it went away. And then when it came back, it was back to that just 3 days light. I don't feel it coming, that type of thing. Yeah.
That's not crazy.
So it was.
Somebody said, how much water did you drink?
Oh, so I was aiming for a gallon a day, but I didn't always hit a gallon a day. So I would do like 80 ounces, 90 ounces, close to a gallon, but not quite a gallon.
And I would say that to say you didn't know that you were healing anything, but heavy periods and long periods are signs of the womb being sick. So even if you may not have been, you know what I'm saying, but those usually signals that something is wrong. We just been conditioned not to listen. We've been taught heavy periods is just a part of life. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, hold on.
We've been conditioned that heavy periods are just a part of life. So you may not have known that you were healing something, but from what I'm learning, that shorter like 3-day period is actually what our periods are supposed to look like, because we're not supposed to be in pain. It's a release. Like when you poop, if it burns, you're going to the doctor. You know what I'm saying? If it pee and it hurts, if you cry, any release is not supposed to be painful. And a period is just a release. So yeah, that was informative.
Yes.
Any more questions?
This is great.
This is awesome.
Yes, the girl, that was my question.
Yeah, somebody already.
Yes.
They asked the same thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because water.
Somebody said that, just a quick sidebar. Somebody said they bought their Nama.
Yeah.
Got it on Sunday. Then it broke.
What?
It broke. She called Nama. She said they reached out to her immediately, and they said they have parts. The parts are on the way. That's what I want to talk to you about too, just real quick. And then their customer service is next level.
That is cool.
It is literally, I'm telling you, everything about this company. You got the 15-year warranty. It's a whole 15-year warranty on your product. Name a product that you got 15 years.
15 years.
That's how confident they are. 15-year warranty on the product. And yeah, it's just amazing. I just love the product. I just want everybody to get it because it'll change your life. Michelle and I usually, after a juice cleanse, we put our juicer up and it's a wrap. But since we've had the Nama,
it's day off. Since
we did the 60-day juice cleanse in September of last year, we have been juicing every day since. We have been juicing every day since, and that's. But
someone asked the question, and I want you to answer.
Okay.
How much water should you drink to properly water fast? I have an answer for this too, but I want you to answer first.
Okay. So from my understanding, you should drink a gallon a day to properly water fast. I think you can go a little bit beyond that, but I'm interested to hear your answer too. So
my answer is, especially if you're doing it for healing. When I did it, I didn't have a guide. I just drank water. But because dry fasting is also healing, I think you drink what your body needs. So it's not like you messed up. You can't mess up on a water fast because you can also dry fast. Meaning, so there is no harm if you didn't have a gallon or if you didn't have 4 bottles. You can't mess it up, because the only way you mess it up is if you eat. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you can't mess it up in the amount of water that you have, because you can also dry fast. So the healing is in the fasting. That's you know what I'm saying? So that's my answer.
Yes, I think that's the best answer, because that's why I didn't feel bad about not hitting that gallon mark, because I'm like, obviously my body doesn't need it, So, and I felt fine that the healing took place, like you said. So
yes.
Yeah. I love it. Oh, I wanted to piggyback off of you guys' testimony about Nama's customer service. They are great. I've already experienced how great. You email them with a question or anything, they reach right back out. Yeah, so like they're great.
Isn't that good?
They really do, y'all. I'm trying to tell you. Okay. We try to give y'all the best.
And period. Someone had a question too. Did your hair go through any changes? Was there any hair that fell out? Was there any hair that grew? What happened in terms of hair growth was the question.
I noticed it did grow at its normal rate, probably faster too, but also I noticed it was moisturized without putting anything in it. And I noticed that with my skin too. One day I looked at my skin and it was like I put lotion on, so I didn't put anything on. And you would have thought I just literally put stuff on, like coconut oil or something. Like I had put nothing on. So my hair and my skin, I noticed like it was just moisturized without trying. So that was a biggie. Definitely a biggie.
It's so interesting to me. It's really about what you put inside your body. Because we always say, you got to heal from the inside out. And that just means everything. I mean, like even having your skin glowing, that's what you're putting in your system.
What you're putting in your system.
It's not what you're putting on top of your skin.
It's really all a game. It's like we play all these games with all these products, but really, all the time.
It's right here. That's really all you got to do. It's so crazy.
It's because it's so much simpler. We make it so hard.
And that's why when you're juicing, you get that glow. Everybody knows the glow.
You know I was looking in the mirror like, oh shit.
Bam, you just like, oh, okay. Was there anything else that you noticed? While you were doing the water cleanse, like did anything heal or did anything?
Your teeth. Did anything happen with your teeth while you were water fasting?
Yeah, so 2 things. Before I get to the teeth, don't let me forget that part. I noticed, I looked at a lot of raw vegans on Jillian's channel and other channels saying about deodorant and how they didn't need it anymore. So I found something interesting. So of course, like I would say a week and a half into the fast, I didn't need deodorant. I tested it out. Like I would just use coconut oil on a day where I just had to run errands. I'm not going to be around people. I just want to make sure,
Yeah, no.
Okay. And I was fine. I'm like, okay, wow. So halfway through the water fast, I didn't need deodorant. I would just use like coconut oil. And I was fine. And I mean like literally running around, not just sitting still all day, like literally running around, still fine, nothing. So I noticed that. Now here's the other interesting thing with that. After the water fast was over, if I try to do like say some scrambled eggs, some type of little animal product, I would need deodorant. It was weird. I said, wow, only when I had some type of animal-based product, I would all of a sudden, out of nowhere, be like, oh, I need to put on deodorant. Like, I'm like, wow, very interesting. I tested it a couple of times, and then like I would let that pass through my system, back to just my watermelon all day and, salads all day. And again, back to no deodorant, just coconut oil. And I'm still working and it's getting hotter now. And I'm still like, wow, I tested that out. So also after the physical, to get to the teeth part, after my physical, I went to the dentist to get my regular cleaning. And my dentist was like, you have absolutely no buildup on your teeth whatsoever at all. And I said, really? He just said that. I didn't ask him like, how are my teeth looking or anything. And I said, wow. I said, well, I changed my nutrition where I cut out processed foods and I mostly eat raw. He said, I can tell. And I'm laying there like, wow.
Oh my goodness.
Great report from the dentist. And like I said, I didn't ask him, like, he just said like, your teeth have nothing on them, So that was a great thing to see.
We don't want to get bleached. All we need to do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh my goodness.
That's amazing.
So we always, the last question, and then we always have our kids come and say goodnight because they've been quiet for the whole time. But my question is, what does a day look like for eating for you now? Like, what does it look like your current diet?
Okay, so now I typically don't eat breakfast. So I'll do my first meal around like 12, 1 o'clock. And it's usually fruit and it's still usually watermelon. So, and then maybe like 2-3 hours later, I'll have a salad. Later on, I'll usually end with like fruit again. And then rarely will I have 2 salads in a day. So that's usually how I'll do it. Like it's pretty boring, like fruit salad. But also another thing I'll do since I have my Nama, and since I've had it, I've used way more than I used to. I just leave it.
I know.
Sorry, no. So I'll make a lot of like apple ginger juice, grape juice. So I'll drink that in between meals or at night. It pretty much replaced my Starbucks runs. So instead of
I'm working on. It's still a struggle.
It's a struggle. And you know what I realized too? Like I was running every day, sometimes twice a day. But now did you say 4 times?
No, that's me, not 4, but that's me.
Okay.
Once a day, maybe twice on vacation.
Right, on occasion, right, yeah. So I noticed though, when I started getting a lot more fruit into my diet, I was more energized than when I was drinking Starbucks every day. That struck me, and I realized it's true. They say that fruit really energizes you. Like I didn't miss the Starbucks anymore, which was strange because I was hooked on it. Like mobile app ready, favorites saved, all that, So I literally felt like, and still feel like, I'm on caffeine, but I'm not.
Do you miss eating the old way?
No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
You don't get tempted?
With coffee?
Not, and I'm not a big coffee person. I'm a big tea person, but Starbucks tea is strong as coffee. I don't get tempted. I'll do it like if I go with somebody to Starbucks, I'll get something. But it's funny because I'll drive past Starbucks like it's anything else, where I used to hunt them down. So tempted, no. But even if I do get tempted to have something where it doesn't fit into that raw lifestyle, I'll just go get it. It's not a big deal. It's like I'm not gonna live in this constraint of I can't do this, I can't do that. I don't the moderation thing. I don't like that word moderation because I feel like that's not a good, you need to be over here or over there, but enjoy yourself. So yeah, like if I have a craving for some rice from like some restaurant, I'll get it, but not like, because I feel like if I restrict myself, then I'm gonna like fall into some kind of,
that's right.
I miss having that. So yeah.
How do you feel after you eat? Let's say you just had some rice. How do you feel?
Horrible.
You feel it, right?
Yeah, I feel it. I'm like, ooh, that doesn't, and I see, like I said, another thing I learned is the difference between raw food and cooked food. Even the difference between drinking juice all day. You guys know, you're experts on juicing. And yeah, it's it tastes good going down as far as like say some rice or something, but afterwards I'm like, oh, it just doesn't feel great at all. So
it absolutely never feels good.
Never.
Michelle and I will cheat. We're vegan, but we cheat every. Oh, she's sleeping? Okay. Our kids are here. They don't. But every time we do it, we go, oh my God, I feel terrible.
You feel it immediately.
It never works out the way you think it's going to. My arms start hurting, my wrists start hurting.
And you can't deny it's the food. Like you want to, like you used to, but you're like, it really is
the food.
I think what I'm learning more and more is that bite matters. Mm-hmm. Like the bite matters. Before you be like, I can have it ain't good. But it's just like, oh my God, the bite matters.
It does.
It matters. It's a big deal. It's the whole thing.
I know.
All right, so Facebook is going to kick us off. So, Instagram is going to kick us off. Oh. So tell us what you're doing. I know, you are a musician.
Yeah.
They got to follow you. Tell them about everything that you're doing.
Okay. So I am a musician. Yes, I do my own shows occasionally too as well. So I play in different places. I try to post to Instagram, but the best way, if somebody wants to come see me play ahead of time, know where I'm going to be, go to my website, because that's where I have events posted and everything. So on Instagram, I'm getting better at TikTok. I'm going to get on there for real. Facebook, all of that. YouTube is all Tiff Space. TIFFSBASS. Same with my website, tiffspace.com. So I keep it simple, But yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm performing wherever I land, So I just travel a lot. Also, if I can offer a tip to anybody who's trying to get with you guys' lifestyle and my way of eating, since I'm on the go a whole lot, I have a little like thermos bag, like a tote bag that's like a thermos bag, ice packs. I'm sometimes gone for like 12, 14, 16 hours a day. So I'll pack my fruit with the ice packs and all that stuff, keep it cold, have it in my truck, and I just, I have it with me. That way the temptation to stop here, stop there isn't really there. If I know after this long concert, I'm gonna jump back in my car and have a big bowl of watermelon, I'm good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's another thing. You have Right.
That's what we did yesterday. We did an event yesterday. We brought our cooler with us.
Yeah.
We had our water, our juices.
Yeah.
We had our juices. We had fruits.
And our kids are vegan, so we have to have their food with us as well. Why are you screaming my name?
I have to put my shorts on.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
Can't see your shirt. Okay, so every night, guys, if you're on the juice cleanse with us, what do you say, babe?
If you're on the juice cleanse with us, let me see you type in 10K.
Day 7 for our
The
group
number
juice cleanse.
10K. This
Yeah.
day 7.
Day 7 for all of us.
We're almost there.
Almost there.
We're almost there. I think I'm gonna go a little longer though, but we're almost there. Look at Michelle.
Mama.
Okay.
You help me put my shorts on.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll put your shorts on. So, okay, I see the 10Ks coming in. The 10Ks are coming in hot.
Norman.
The 10Ks.
Huh?
Yeah, the
Yes.
10Ks are coming in hot. Come on.
So, Tiffany, thank you so much for sharing your story with us.
No,
I'm inspired. You helped me a lot personally because I want to not look at Starbucks the way that you pass, like the way I pass McDonald's. I don't even think about it. I want that to be what it is for me. So thank you for sharing your testimony with us today. I'm sure it helped other people as much as it helped me. So thank you for giving us your time. We appreciate it.
And
Mom.
I appreciate you guys. It was fun. I had a blast.
I know it's so fun. So guys, if you receive some value from this live, let me see you type in live.
Also, guys,
Type in the word
we have
live.
2 minutes. I have to tell y'all know I heal naturally from fibroids, but I'm not an anomaly. We are having an event on September 15th with 4 women who healed naturally from fibroids. And we all did it differently. We all have a different story. So our goal is for you to see that story and for you to come up with your own and create your own story. So make sure the tickets are on the website, doubledutchaerobics.com. It's in person and virtual. All right.
Look at all the lives coming in. Oh, look at all this value coming in. If you appreciate Tiff being on this show, let me see you type in at Tiff's Base.
Yes, and go follow her, guys. Say hi, Miss Tiffany.
Hi, Miss Tiffany.
She can't hear you. I mean, she can hear you, but
Tiffany.
Hi. You guys are beautiful.
Thank you. Our daughter's sleeping, which is a good thing.
Oh.
all right. So, guys, what do you say? How do we close out?
How do we close out?
Mavi, what do you say? How do you close out? What do you say? What do you say? Like
and subscribe.
like, and subscribe. What do you say, Sean?
Bye.
That's what he said. All right. Thank you for joining us.
All right, bye. Thank you. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Say hello. Let me say bye. Say bye. Say bye. Bye.
Bye, Robert.
Are they typing in active space? Oh, come on, community. Come on, community. That's what I'm talking about. It's the Jumping Juice 10,000. 1 million people will be juicing at the end of the year.
Yes.
Come on.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. See y'all later.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Thank you.